What's up, traders? Pretty pissed off at myself today. Just gonna scroll through the charts, but this WEN trade was pretty much the annoyance. I'll talk about this one after I scroll through everything. APRN. These are all fairly standard type trades. BDSX, GOVX. I see this one was a little hairy, but I actually kind of kept my composure much more than I did on Wendy's, which you'll see. The only hiccup here was I tried to add backside. Once I realized that it wasn't going to break down, I took that backside add off and then waited till higher to add it back. This ended up actually being almost a break even trade because it just didn't seem to want to work how I wanted. It kept trying to bounce higher, but we did end up getting it off for break even. But as you can see, this thing did end up dying. Neo, this one was actually a pretty decent trade. Hit this one for 111, I believe. Yeah, 112. That one actually ended up being our best trade of the day, which was a pretty good one. Was obviously looking for more out of it to come back down. So we were ready to leave. 12 o'clock, I said, was my cutoff. And as you're going to see here, my first entry on this was at 12:06. So broke my rule there. I was sitting here. The wife and I decided to go on a walk. I just was sitting here watching, waiting for her to come downstairs, and Wendy started popping. We got in this at 2017, and then I thought it was a fake wick, but I'm assuming after watching it trade a little bit more afterwards, it wasn't. But there was a big spike to 2045 while it was kind of hovering here, and it came all the way back down. And I should have just took it off here. It got down to 2014. It was kind of sitting there for a second, and I was kind of freaked out by this wick thing that it did. I wasn't sure if it was real or not, and I didn't take it off. And sure enough, it goes back to the highs. We add on the reject of 2061, looking for that to possibly at least come back down, bringing our average up to where we could at least get out. Decides to go higher. It actually like shoved higher. Up through 2050. We get to add at 2066. Keeps going, get to add at 2076 on the way back down from 2095. And then it does that thing again where it just shot back up like all at once. It kept doing it. It was like the third time it did it. And this time it kind of freaked me out because now instead of starting this half size, which should have been 50 shares, I would have been completely comfortable adding 50 here, then 50 and 50. I would have only been at 200, but I was at 400, which was way too much for breaking my rules after 12 on a volume out of nowhere type play on a bigger company like Wendy's. I just kind of freaked myself out. So I took the top two ads off. I took 200 off here, and immediately after it did try to go up towards 21. We got it out at 2092, which was because, like I said, I hit it when I saw it break high of day at the time, which I think was 75, and I got filled all the way up at 92. So I lost an extra $40 on slippage there, only to watch it go 3 cents higher and die. All the way down to 22, where we took off 75% at 36. And I tried adding back in, looking for it to roll back over after the bounce. We only added back in, we were up to 150. So we added 100 back over the course of those two ads, took that 100 or half of that 100 off here and just put a stop above this clear level. It was this candle here, 61, then 59, 59. So I figured if it got back above there, you can see it even went 57, tried to come back down, and then ultimately ended up going higher and took us out there. So we ended up losing $66, putting us down $8 on the day. Could have been a really good day had I stuck it out. Should have been like a half size type winner where I'm going to theoretically go with this. But had I stuck this out with the 400 shares, let it try to fake out, accepted my fate that if this blew up through 21, we were in kind of a world of hurt, depending on what we were going to do with it. And our average at this point was 52, I think. Pretty sure it was 52. Maybe it was 42. I don't remember. It was somewhere around there. But as you can see, it came right down through. So every 10 cents under that, I had 400 shares, that's $40. So even if we took, all of it at 42, that would have been a nice winner. However, took half off there, comes all the way down. We take, the majority there after we already realized the big loss. Because when we realized the loss, we were down, I think like 76. So all of this, we only made like $10 back. Just a frustrating trade, super frustrating. And just going to take the licking and move on to Monday. Pretty pissed at myself that we gave back the whole day like that. Should never do that, especially if you're going to break the rules and trade after the time that you said you're not going to trade. You should definitely be taking much smaller size, which should have been like 25 shares or, 50 max. But to start this with 100, I basically told myself 2020 tests, we're going to at least get that $20 retest, and it just never did. So that's all. It's on me, and we're gonna go ahead and move forward. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Find me on Discord or on Twitter. Have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. Peace.